be noisy. If I scroll up enough, though. It was in this channel. No, I got to give up. I'm looking for the DD40. Was it DD40AX? I always get it wrong. I think it's DDA40X. I always mix it up. I don't see it now. And there's Mom. I'm looking for one specific picture. Might not have been mods development, maybe it was mods discussion. Whole reason why I have to have stupid Facebook open all the time. Because she needs to communicate with me that way. Yeah, definitely need you. Oh, what a shock. You went to ShopRite. I'm being stubborn now. There it is. Chrome, please. You can see he's just starting to develop it. Looks like the DE6 trucks he's got under, but look how long this freaking thing is. Humongous. It's ridiculous. It'll be interesting though, I guess. I don't know how the hell it's gonna fit around the curves. Well, I mean, I guess the center part of the engine would just kind of swing in. You know, it is articulate. You know, the trucks turn at least, but I'm sure there's going to be all sorts of trouble. It's probably going to tap on the sides of the tunnel walls on the big curved tunnel going up to the iron mine. At the very least, I would see. Nope, they retired them by like probably late 70s, early 80s or something like that, and the Union Pacific finally realized that maintenance and fuel-wise, they were a lot better off just running regular, like GP40s or whatever, smaller locomotives that everybody else runs, and just lash up more of them together instead of making one giant thing. But, yeah. Alright, well, pretty soon I'm gonna have to run downstairs and bring in the groceries. You know what? I am chomping at the bit. I want to see that miles per hour. Odd. That's, for some reason, that got me way more excited than I should be about a mod. Hold on. Oh, I gotta go back to Derail Valley. We're gonna try it out right now. Do it live. Well, that's not exactly accurate, but it's something. I need to bring it up. Down, down, down. There it is, miles per hour. Oh, that's going to be interesting to get used to. Oh, come on, Chrome. There's nothing wrong with this file. Just try and tell me that it's a suspicious file that I'm downloading. It's like, no, it's not. It does that with anything from CurseForge for Minecraft mods, too. And I will back up my save file just in case. Maybe I should have despawned the GP40 before I did this, but YOLO. That's why we're backing up the save file. Replace these files. What's going on here? Wakey wakey. Oh boy. I have a feeling I'm getting to the point of having like way too many freaking mods. Well, a lot of them are very simple mods, so like smile per hour one shouldn't really cause any lag or anything like that, I would think. Okay. Alright. I will be right back. Actually, why did I switch the scenes? Just leave it on this and... BRB. Be right back. Got stuff to bring in, groceries and whatnot. Alright, I'm back. 2 or 3 bags of groceries and like 4 big bags of laundry. They decide to do everything all at once, but there you go. Alright, let's see. Miles per hour, huh? Oh, look at that. 2 numbers instead of 1. 35. Instead of, what, it was 50 before. It was a 5 before 50. Neat. Let's look inside. Supposedly it works for custom car loader too. So up at the top, no, that's the same. I didn't think so. Well, maybe I'd have to spawn it back in though. Locos shunter. That's the other D's too. Tender, DZ, Well, here's the Russian Alco. This one's a little bit laggy. This one I think still doesn't like the procedural sky. It's too laggy with Pro Sky. Yep. And the reflections on the inside of the mirror gets wacky. Let's see. That's still in color. Okay, I didn't expect that to change. Also, those reflections are wacky. But nope. That thing is still pretty laggy with procedural sky. It's a beautiful engine though. GP40. I think he probably added support for custom power loader, but the mod authors are going to actually have to change it. Yeah, that's what I feel. I didn't think he would have changed it. Yeah. All right. That's a little awkward then, because now the speed limit signs are in miles, but the speedometers are still in kilometers. Okay, let's see the default ones now. So I know the sign coming in here was always 2, now it's 10. I like that he went to 2 digits. Cool. Although it's a little hard to see sometimes, but cool. I think he kind of matched the font too. Let's see. I see here it's the original D6. And you can't go up the ladder. You have to teleport. That always annoyed me. Let's see. Still says kilometers. Hold on, maybe. What? Did he add a thing to this? Nope. Cargo loaders. The vehicle clear. It might have to spawn a new one. Probably not, but Loco shunter and Loco diesel. That's the sound mod. It always does that with the bell. You always have to set the bell. And it still says kilometers. I wonder if it's actually kilometers though. Oh, you know what? I'm using the gauges mod. a good point for using the gauges mod. Let me see if there's any settings first off. Nope. Reload. Oh, I can turn it off on the diesel. We'll have to drive one of them and see. Maybe it still says kilometers, but it's really in miles. Let's see. Oh yeah. Live stream testing. Let me get rid of this illegal D6 I just spawned in. What about his locomotive? B200. This is the one that I haven't showed off yet, the B200. It's that big German, I think it's a diesel hydraulic locomotive, and I think it's supposed to be for passenger service too, mostly. It's pretty cool. This thing's huge too. Especially height-wise, it's like as high as the caboose. It feels like it's not going to fit in the tunnels, but it does. It's the first double cab locomotive. A little tricky to get into. You have to teleport in. Yeah. The interior still needs a lot of work. Like, he's got plans. Like, I'm guessing the brake wheel goes here. Definitely a work in progress, but it's still pretty neat to have a completely different kind of cab locomotive. You know, it's not just a variation of the hood style. This is a cab locomotive now. Forward. The main thing is, if you're working it from this is the front of the engine. If you're working it from this side, forward means forward and back. Reverse means reverse. Let's see the speedometer. So it says kilometer. I bet it just says kilometer, but it's really in miles. Let's see. But if you go in the back half, and I don't think there's really any way to change this, but now forward, to go forward from this end, you have to put it in reverse. So you have to figure it out in your head, because it looks like you're in the front of the engine and you just go forward, but you're actually facing backwards right now, because this is the back of the engine. It's kind of the downside of a double cab. It looks exactly the same both ways. And then you can go like this and lean your head out the window. It's kind of a neat look. Obviously, you wouldn't really do shunting in this locomotive because you can't see very well. But it's not designed for that. It's a big mainline locomotive. And let's see, I'm sure it's just hollow inside. Yeah, for the most part. Interesting. It's got a seat. Now I'm standing right now, and if I sit at the controls, that's a little too low. Pretty much say standing. But hey, for a first iteration of this thing, it's pretty sweet. And just look at this big beast of a locomotive. And I know it sounds like the regular DE6. Power-wise, it might be a little bit different. I feel like it's not quite as powerful as the DE6, but I could be wrong because I'm still not really used to using the DE6 that much. Because it's usually a locomotive that I don't mess with much. But I know somebody's working on making a little bit of better skin for it and making like logos for the ends and stuff like that. The reflection's a little weird on the outside, the finish. But overall, it's pretty cool. Time's it. Well, it's only 4:45. We still have time. Yay. Okay, it's facing this way. So I guess I'm done with military yard. I think we'll just get ourselves a passenger train. Oh, there's the almighty cube. Never seen it there before. All hail the cube. That's from Procedural Sky. I think at first it was like a bug of Procedural Sky, and then it became a big meme, so now we can't get rid of it now. So yeah, it's gonna get dark in game soon, I do believe. I gotta fix it. Every time I have to go into this and change my watch over to replace stopwatch. Every time. Actually, it is only... I guess we just went through the nighttime, so it is only coming up on 11 in the morning, so it's gonna be a while before it gets dark. But still, let's get ourselves a passenger train. I think. Actually, I might use this little shunter to bring the caboose over and put the train together first. To be a little bit more realistic. Let's see. Farm. 3 cars to the farm. Goods factory. 4 cars to goods factory. I did want to get that shovel eventually. 4 cars to machine factory. And 2 cars to steel. So steel mill would go with goods factory. Farm would go with machine factory. It's kind of a toss-up, really. I don't mind which we do. And there's a bunch of shunting jobs, but I feel like doing more shunting right now. That one's worth a lot, but once again, money is really no issue. Kind of anxious to see the performance of this engine in the dark. Also, I want to see all the speed limit signs. Mile per hour. A little worried. What about... I wonder if the remote switches to mile per hour. Let's see. Let's test it out a little bit with the shunter here. Just yet. Speed kilometers per hour, supposedly. Let's turn off the gauges. Yeah, Red Bear might have too many mods. It's a very strong possibility. Super gauges. Let's forget what it's called. Turn off the shunter. Actually, turn them all off for now. Well, I really do like that gauges mod because it makes them so much easier to see. Sounds. I gotta fix the bell because that always bugs out in the beginning. Oh, also. Oh wait, did you see something that I didn't see? Miles per hour is red? Not. Oh! Oh yeah! Red dot. I see. Oh. What the problem is. Needs restart. Well, let's try restarting then. Strange that it would need restart, but let's see. Now that I got rid of the custom locomotive and turned off super gauges, you can look on the Discord. This is what happens when you mess around with a mod that just got released. But I just got so excited by seeing mile per hour. Find out. Screw it, do it live. Yep, cross your fingers. Well, it worked on the signs, but there wasn't anything going on inside the engine. I might have to exit the game again and go into Unity Mod Manager and turn off super gauges completely. I don't know though. I don't see why that would. We'll find out. Makes sense that the custom gauges with super gauges wouldn't work because somebody would have to update it to be miles per hour. Derail Valley does take a while to load because of mods. Yep. Yeah. Looks like you're the only one here today, Scissors. People are busy. And of course, as usual, I didn't frickin' announce anything until the last second. I'm really bad with that. So if it's still a red dot, should have known to look at that. I'm glad you saw that, Scissors, because I didn't even notice it. If it's still a red dot, then the next thing I'm going to do is exit Derail Valley again and turn off super gauges in the Unity Mod Manager. Hope we can get this to work though, because it's going to be so cool to have things in miles per hour finally. Because I know I just always call it miles per hour, but it's not. It's kilometers. Although at the same time, when I have an express train with the steam engine with a couple of passenger cars and we're flying down the track and I'm usually going like, oh man, we're doing like 100 now. It's not actually 100, it's like 65 miles. Okay. Oh, OBS. Can we maybe... game working? There it goes. Miles per hour. It's a red dot, I see. Okay. Yep, I guess I have to get rid of the gauges. Geo gets enabled. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I think I have to turn off super gauges in the mod manager. Alright. I should have just put outright the word testing in the title of the stream, but I didn't. I kind of hinted at it, but I didn't outright say that. Okay, super gauges. And I wish there was a way in this mod manager to turn off a mod instead of uninstall. Most of the times that's fine, but if I'm being stupid, which I have been a couple of times, and I wanted to turn off like all the mods, and so I turned off like say Skin Manager. Guess what happens when you turn off Skin Manager? It uninstalls Skin Manager, and it deletes all of the skins that are in the Skin Manager folder. So I actually lost a couple of skins. Not the ones that I downloaded, I lost a couple that I made myself because I didn't back them up because I'm a dumbass. I think the only skin I lost, it wasn't that big a deal. The only skin I lost, that custom New Haven skin that I made for the Steam engine, because I never backed it up because I knew I wasn't going to ever release it. Because literally all I did was take somebody else's skin and just put a different lettering on it. So I'm never going to release that, you know. But I did lose the one skin that I lost that I was upset about was I did all this trying to get Procedural Sky to work. A Great Northern Pasture car that I made. That was actually kind of a lot of work. I haven't gotten around to remaking that one yet. That was a lot of work because it was like multiple colors. Stripes. Yeah, actually, it wasn't too bad because with the pasture car, there's not like a lot of different little pieces that you have to line up. Green Burlington Northern skin for the diesel. Not yet. Nope. I don't think so anyway. Unless there is and I didn't notice it. There's the orange and greenish Great Northern. And then there's also the blue sky variation of the Great Northern, which is like blue and white. I never downloaded that one for the DE6. But no, I don't think I've seen Burlington Northern. I know what you mean. I was after Great Northern and Burlington merged, and they were green. That'd probably be a pretty easy one to make too. I think it's mostly just green with the logo. Pretty simple skin, I think. And then Burlington Northern took over Santa Fe and it became BNSF. Mergers. Hey, it loaded up faster this time. Let's see, miles per hour. Oh, it's still a red dot. Oh well. I think it's going to require something else to work inside the engines. Speed limit signs work. It makes sense that it wouldn't just automatically work inside the engines, actually. Look at that. Boy, I like these signs. 35. I might use it anyway. Although, it's going to be so confusing because you're going to look at the gauge on the engine and the gauge is going to be wrong. Yeah, I think it needs more to actually change what happens with the engines. Maybe I didn't. Well, I just dropped it into the mod manager like any other mod, but maybe I have to try to install it manually. I have to do some research. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Speed. Let's see. So yeah, if this was in miles, this would be like 15 now, I think. I was just wondering if maybe it worked with the reboot. Yeah, this feels like normal. Freaking out. Oh no. Oh, no, no. That's what happens when you speed up without thinking about it first. And we stopped the time. Apparently. I was too busy looking at the stupid remote. And then I was like, wait a minute, I didn't leave it switched to the center track, did I? Nope, I did not. This is a custom skin, but that shouldn't matter. The skins don't do anything with the gauges. I'm gonna read up on this real quick. I didn't see anything in the Discord about it. He literally just released this, so I probably shouldn't have messed with this. It says add support for custom car loader. Changes all speed signs and speedometers in the valley. The speedometer part is the thing that's not working. Version 020. He's got an image, and even on the image, the speedometer gauge in the engine is still in kilometers. Okay. I think it just does not change the gauge in the engine then. You have to use his HUD mod. He has a HUD mod, and that would show you miles, probably. Yeah. That's something that's going to have to change with the gauges mod, I think, so that you can put in mile per hour gauges. Maybe. Alright. Well, I have to decide if I'm still going to use it. Wonder why it has a red dot on that mod page then, if it's working as intended. Says need restart. So I just ticked it off on that mod list thing. Yeah, I didn't think it would change it that fast. You have to restart for it to actually change. Load. Brings it up on Nexus. Yeah, I think it probably needs his HUD mod. Bet. Yeah. Alright. Probably turn it off for now, at least. That makes sense that it wouldn't be able to just change everything on inside the engines too. It's like asking for too much. I don't know though, it feels like we're going pretty fast here. And that says 15. Actually, I think it is working. That says 15 kilometers. This seems faster than 15. Yeah, 55. We're doing 55 miles an hour right now, I think. Maybe that curve is set at 30. Right, 30 instead of 50. Right, this is still in kilometers. I'm confused on this side. I'm confused now. I'm trying to remember what these signs said before. Like, leading out of here, I think should be a 60. Well, 40 first and then 60. Now it's 25, so that must be miles per hour, 25 instead of what was 40. This says we're doing 35. What? I think this is still in kilometers. Get her up to 40. Okay, that's 40 kilometers, which is 25 miles? That only says 10 though. I don't know. I know, right? No, I still need to spit. If only. Interesting. Well, I think for now I will turn this mile per hour thing back off because it's going to damage my brain. But I'm going to keep an eye on it very closely on the Discord and stuff and see how he updates it. See if other people talk about like how it interacts with other mods and stuff. Yeah, these signs say 30 now, and they were 5s before, most likely. This is 8. I think that's completely warped now. See, I think this is trying to be in miles. We're only doing 5 miles an hour right now. And this says we're doing 18. That kind of makes sense. Oh, another thing with the bells, with the sound mod that I didn't quite mention before, is I have the sound mod, and I have I forget what the engine pack is called, but it gives you an Alco engine, a GE engine, and an EMD engine, and it gives you some bells. And then I got Southern's bell pack. This guy who goes by Southern, I don't remember what his full username was, but he's not around now for a couple of years. I think he's on some kind of mission or something. But anyway, before he left, he made a mod that added a whole ton of mods, ton of bells, I mean. bronze, a couple different bronze bells, a couple different steel bells for each kind of locomotive. And I didn't want to add all those bells. So what I did is I hand-picked a couple of bells out of that big bell mod, and I added them in to the sounds manually. And I actually had to open up the config file for the sounds mod and add in almost like not really lines of code, but add in some lines for it to be able to use these different bells. And I realized that the bell sounds from the Southern pack were in .wav format, and all the other sounds were in OGG. So I had to convert the waves to OGG so that they would play nice together, basically. So I did that. I had to redo that because that was one of the things that I lost when I fiddled with the mods before. Alright. Well, I better turn off this mile per hour mod, because that's gonna turn my brain into mush. It's just gonna confuse me all the time. Yeah, OGG. Yeah, I'm not crazy about OGG, but in that case I had to, because the other sounds were already in OGG. Okay. Mile per hour, you are turning back off. Super gauges, you are going back on. Okay. Alright. Now let's put that passenger train back together. I actually run that V200 for a little while. And then I'll probably stop the stream. I think I got like an hour left in me. Close to it. Hey. Look at that, the gauges are back on. Yay. whisper gauges. I do believe everything's still set the way I want it. Yeah. I think this should be that. Yeah. I do believe that's right. Let's make sure locomotive lights is still on none, yeah. Map. I think the actual game devs are going to be able to beat any modders to making a new map, but maybe not, because the new, the next big update, the big simulator update for this game, which I think has got pushed back a couple months because it's a huge update and they're working like crazy to bring it out, but that's going to add quote-unquote mod support, whatever that means, maybe a built-in mod manager type thing, maybe kind of like American Truck Simulator. That would be neat. But maybe after that, people will take a go at trying to make maps. I don't know. I think it's going to take a lot more work before people can make maps. So. I think some people are definitely chomping at the bit to try it, though. Bother changing the skin on the caboose until we know what we're doing with it. Alright. I usually don't use the bell because you have to manually hit the bell button, and a lot of times I'm not in the cab for it, and it's only with the diesels. I think I like this song. It's from Guilty Gear, but you know, it's funny, I like heavy metal, but I don't like yelling very much. I guess I don't like nu metal. Or grunge type stuff, mostly. Except maybe, you know, Nirvana I like, but what grunge turned into, maybe. Basically, if the singer's eating the microphone, I don't like it. I wish there was a way, as far as I can tell there isn't, but I wish there was a way to have separate installations of this game. Like, I'd love to have it installed on two different installations, you know, maybe two different drives. I have a bunch of hard drives anyway. And so that I could have one installation with all the mods that I like to run, and another installation with, like, no or very minimal mods. And then it would be a lot easier to test new mods, like this miles per hour mod. It didn't seem to work. I'd love to test that out with all the other mods turned off. Oh. I didn't think I hit the brakes that much, but maybe I did. Another thing that I would like to be able to have a different installation of the game with no mods would be for multiplayer. Love to try that out, the multiplayer mod. Supposedly it's been abandoned and it's pretty much broken, but I think people are still using it somehow. I gotta get the damn job sheets again. Alright, because I've exited the game, so if you're not currently on a job, the job sheet goes back to the station. So, actually I don't know what we're doing. Well, do you guys want to go to Machine Factory or Goods Factory, basically? I have the idea that I want to do, but give you a chance to chime in. So we're at the harbor. Goods Factory is up here, which would mean going up this way and up past Steel Mill and into Goods Factory, and we'll drop off the Steel Mill cars on the way, although no, from this direction that would be okay. I'd be able to back in no matter what track they have me park on. Or we could go to Machine Factory, which is this way, but you make a left and we'd stop at Farm on the way. Go to Machine Factory. Which one is harder? Machine Factory, but not by much. I think I do want to go to Machine Factory because then dropping off the commuter cars in the farm should be a little bit easier than dropping the ones off in Steel Mill. Although I mean, we're going diesel with the remote, so either way is going to be easy. Machine Factory, though, I got to make sure I don't go too fast around this curve and this curve, and I got a bit of a hill to go up this way, but with passengers and that big B200, it's not going to matter either way. But we'll go to Machine Factory. And farm. I want farm up towards the head of the engine. The head of the train, I mean. Okay. Broadway Limited, we're going Pennsylvania. Yeah. Farm is a big yard. You've probably seen me pass through it many times, but I usually don't stop and switch that out much at all. It's a pretty big yard, actually, but you usually just fly down the middle track and ignore it, basically. I think those are our Pensy cars. So let's stop here and check it out. B986, no. We need PC16 and Broadway Limited 47. I think this is our Broadway Limited, though. Yep. Oh, is it all ready together for me? No, of course not. That's PC02. So PC16 must be these cars. Yep. Oh, there's my OW Gray. PC16, yep. Okay, so I just need to pull this whole string out and couple it to this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully this one little switcher can do this, actually. I think it can with the knuckle couplers. The knuckle couplers seem to have really fixed all of the passenger cars behaving badly problems. I might have to take the set of green cars and stick them on that track next to the platform to get them out of the way. We'll see if she can move the whole string or not. But the passenger cars now with the knuckle couplers, they don't seem to shake around a lot, and they don't seem to really derail randomly. I really haven't had any problems with them derailing actually since I put in the knuckle couplers, which was a pleasant surprise. Yeah. So that kind of confirms that the problem with the passenger cars wasn't necessarily that they were too long, although I'm sure that was part of it, but it's more along the physics of the coupling, I think. Maybe the physics of the coupling messes up because they're so long. That's probably it, actually. Sometimes I do miss the vanilla couplers, the hook and chain thing, because it is more hands-on, where you have to go and put the hook on and tighten the screw. But what can I say? I'm American. We use knuckles. Even a lot of European countries and stuff have finally switched to knuckle couplers, and like I said, they use it's like this. They use knuckle couplers, but they still have the buffers. I hit the brakes way too hard for that. I don't know why I did. But if you don't couple hard enough, like right there, if you don't have a nice little pop when you couple the cars together, then the knuckles won't close, and then you'll just break apart when you try to leave. So you gotta hit them at least a little hard. Also, when the handbrake mod updated, I forget what else updated with the handbrake mod, but the main thing I remember is he moved the handbrake on the gondola from the end of the car to like the side near the end. But anyway, when he did that, the handbrakes disappeared in the passenger cars. Kinda sucks, but it's not that big a deal. Okay, I'm gonna try to yank this whole string out of here. Oh, I don't want these two cars on the end, right? Oops. Good thing I gave myself a chance to think about it for a second. Yeah, I don't want those two cars. Now I'm gonna yank this whole thing out and couple it to this if I can. I gotta turn the lights on, it's getting dark. Good, we'll see the dark. The B200. Let's see if this shifter can pull this whole string. Technically, these passenger cars are pretty light, but yeah. Let's see. Yeah, she's moving. I was a little early on that, but whatever. pro gamer strat, hang off the side of the. I'm trying to make it look like I'm hanging on the ladder or the door or whatever. Can do it, little 44 tonner. Or I could just be doing this with the big diesel, but I guess I'm role playing that I'm saving money by using the switcher for this. Did I throw the switch? Yeah, okay. Thought we weren't turning for a second. So that's going to be the head end. Yeah, I'm doing this right. Make sure the pin dropped. Oh, it's hard to tell because the outline doesn't work. I think I got it. Sounded like I got it anyway. So it's those 3 cars plus these 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Oh, I don't even have to shove this back. We're good. And these ones, Baltimore and Ohio, they have to go back over on the other track. Yay, switching, or shunting. Good. Yeah, I think if I didn't have the coupler mod, pulling that long of a string would have been much harder with the switcher for some reason. They're the same weight either way, but I think I would have had issues. Although I think when I mostly had issues with trying to switch these faster cars around when I was working it from the other end of the yard, that end, then it was really having issues with like the switches and the curves and stuff, and the cars were bouncing around, and I was giving it full power and the cars wouldn't move, and I was like, how can I not move these cars? There was some kind of physics shenanigans going on. But since I added a coupler mod, though, that just doesn't seem to be a problem, which is nice. Oops. In my face. Now I have the engine, the big engine, facing the right way, right? Yeah, good. And what I'm going to do a pro railroader move. And instead of leaving with the switcher and bringing it back to base and blowing the air on the train, I'm going to keep the switcher here with the air still filled up. Do I not have the lights on? Oh, I do have the lights on, okay. And then I'm going to bring the big engine and hook it up on the head end, the other end. And then that way we can keep the air pumped up. That's how they do it in real life, so they don't have to blow the air and then pump up the cars again. That way, so the lights go that way. Put my little headlight on. Slow down, this is that curve. Trying to get myself used to using the hand cart more often. And especially useful in the harbor, but trying to somewhat get used to the fact that when the new big update comes out, whenever that is, there's going to be a hardcore mode where you're not allowed to use the teleport button anymore, the dash around button. And I'm definitely going to go for that. But I am going to miss it. Alright, let's see how this thing looks in the dark. If the headlights work and stuff. Don't think I have the lights turned on right now, although I see some light. Well, maybe I do. Switch. So this is the front. Yeah, we're facing the right way. What is this? No. That's ambient light, I think. Okay. Alright. Getting into this thing is kind of annoying. Gotta kind of drop in from the ceiling. Alright. I forget how this works. No, that's the sand. I can't hear. Is it running? Brakes. I'm not sure what that is. Hold on. Oh, Danny's today. Alright, I think I'm just gonna run the envelope over next door tomorrow. Because I don't want to get this started and then have to stop streaming. How do I start this stupid thing? Let me turn off the music for a second. I gotta hear. I didn't think this had a sand thing. Oh, that's sand. What am I missing? Another lever? I don't remember. I started this once before. I'm missing something. That's sand. Should just be flip that. There should be two little switches to toggle, but I only see one. Let's see the other end. I mean, that's the front end. Doesn't help that the highlights don't work in the dark. Oh. Well, I can only start it from this end, I guess. That's interesting. I think I did the same thing. Yeah, I guess you probably... The mod only works with one set of ignition switches. He's got two. Yeah, this doesn't do anything. Oh, no, that shut it off. Interesting. Now I can start it from this... I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let me set this to here. That isn't forward. Good. Alright, next. Does this thing have headlights? I do not see any other switches. Huh. I guess it doesn't have lights then. Well, that's going to be a problem. There's no native lights, right? Well, I thought maybe the lights would just always be on then, but... Don't see any switches anywhere. Too bad there's no hotkeys for the lights, but I know there's not. Are they in here? Nope. Oh, this is the shunter controls, not the DE6 controls, right? Yeah, he couldn't figure out how to get rid of this speedometer, so there's two speedometers, I remember. This is the speedometer from the DE6, and he got rid of all the other stuff from the DE6, but he couldn't get rid of the speedometer. I think that's what happened there. Ah, so there's no lights. The gauges are kind of lit up already. We're just driving in the dark. Surprised he didn't make the lights work. Trying to figure out if there was any light coming. I don't think so. Now, I just put it in reverse. Now let's go in the back half. If I put it in forward, it's gonna go that way still, right? Yeah, okay. So you have to put it in reverse. Reverse equals forward if you drive it from the back end. Yeah. I guess that's the only way we really could make it work. I think actually he might have been talking about trying to code something about that so that it would be reversed. Oh, and it's dark. I have to use my light. Oh, right, the horn only works from here. I don't know why. It doesn't work. Like, if you hit the horn button without the remote, it doesn't do anything. It back on. Oh man. That spooked me. Thanks for that burn. Oh, that didn't line up too good. It works, but it's kind of holding on by half the coupler. Of course, what I just did was really silly, because by the time I bring this switcher back to the roundhouse and service it, the big engine would have pumped up the air just fine anyway, but whatever, I could have done it either way, I guess. Oh man. Is that a wrestler? Repo Man? Yeah, WWE's theme. Last time I paid attention to wrestling, Hulk Hogan was still the main man. It was a long time ago. As a little kid. I mean, I guess really it was just as quote-unquote fake as it is nowadays, but it didn't feel as fake. I don't know, there was some silliness back then too, but it didn't feel as scripted, even though it really was. But I don't know. Maybe it's just nostalgia talking, but like the more modern wrestling stuff is just so ridiculous. With all the scripts and plots and stuff, drama. Isn't it supposed to be wrestling? much fuel did I use just puttering around? Wow, I used more than... I still got about 3/4 of the tank. I'm surprised I used that much. All I did was move the caboose around, I think. I guess I moved the passenger cars around a bit too, but still. Damn it, I keep doing this. That is the switch for C yard. That is not the switch for the roundhouse. The next one is the switch for the roundhouse. I've been getting in the habit of mixing that up, and now it's getting hard to stop doing that. Is the service track still full? Oh, god damn it, there's still a steam engine sitting there. Gonna have to park the steamer over here just because I'm too cheap to service the diesel with the career manager thing, because you pay twice as much, but really money is not much of an object for me, but whatever. I wonder if I could shove the steam engine back far enough to squeeze in with this. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I can't. I've got half a mind to try, because I can't ride the turntable around with the steam engine. It doesn't fit to move the steam engine over. The steam engine on its own barely fits on the turntable. I wonder if I can shove it back enough. I don't think so. I think I've tried that before, actually. In the meantime, the big passenger train is just idling away, but I never have to pay for fuel for that one, so whatever. Is there any room up there? No, not enough. Oh, I'm gonna have to throw it over on the Y. Right. Oh, the wrong engine, wrong engine. That's still tied to the passenger engine. Survey says, "Oh, I see stuff lit up." That's still the steam. Oh, no, I think we got it. We have it. L000. Yes. Closer are we to the bumper? Okay, so if you stick the steam engine right up against the bumper, you can squeeze another locomotive into service. Good to know. Cool. It's the way you move. Yep, that would have been double as much on the career manager. Okay. No, not too fast. I could have just spawned the hand car on the main line. That would have made more sense, I suppose. Realism. There is an art form to driving this freaking hand cart, by the way. Because it's not just held forward, you have to manually pump the thing. Which, of course you do in this silly game. That's part of why I love Derail Valley so much, and stuff like that, though. I guess in VR you have to really pump it. Around this one. Okay. Is there some light coming up? No, that's the smoke. Let's see. Alright. This thing backed up and ready to load. I don't like to put it right on the loading track before accepting the quest because then I'm not on the platform when it's loading, and I'm always worried that I won't know whether or not it's loaded. Although I did do that once by mistake. And even though I wasn't near the loading platform, I still heard the bell for it, that meant that it was fully loaded. So I guess it doesn't really matter, but since this is basically a DE6 with a different skin, it's pretty hard to spin the wheels. In fact, I haven't spun the wheels on this thing yet, but I haven't really thrashed it. So it's supposed to be a passenger locomotive, I guess. I was a little late on that. Oh well. Well, I gotta reskin the caboose for Pennsylvania, and then we'll see what to do with the first 3 cars, the commuter jobs. Those are always a mixed batch of colors. Red alert too. Yeah, here's the mixed batch. Oh, this one's red, so it can just be Pennsylvania. This one, since it's the W1, is probably green. Oh, that doesn't work. Stainless doesn't work on green. New York Central two-tone. I guess we'll be blasphemous and do Pennsylvania, New York Central, and what is this one? Blue. Oh, Pennsylvania Railroad stainless. I guess that works. Hey, it'll stick out. And then these are the Pennsylvania Railroad modernisms. No. PRR. There. There we go. Now I gotta just turn in the job. Oh. Freaking. One more time. We are ready to go. We waste enough time that the sun will come out soon. 3 a.m. right now, so not really. Fast. Oh, made it around that curve. Oh. There we go. See. Oh, what am I doing? I still need to come back. Okay, 30 minutes to get to farm, 53 for machine fetch. That's the important one, 53 minutes. Alright, let's see. Oh, crap. I put the hand card on the track and then I started teleporting away because I forgot about it. I almost forgot, and then I would have ran into it with the engine, which would have been annoying. Why is this being so weird? Oh. Gotta get the timing. It's like it's an art. Speed. We're on the clock. This thing does look pretty cool. Thought it was a little bit easier to get in here. It's like the D6, you gotta give her a lot of throttle to get moving. Then before you know it, you're flying. get the midnight train to Machine Factory coming in. Not really midnight, it's what, 3:30 in the morning now, I think. Not 4. We're a little delayed, folks. Sorry for any inconvenience. All aboard. That was the 3. That was the 4. Alright, we're all loaded. Oh, look at the reflections. That's cool. Drive like this all the time. It does feel like you're gliding on air when you're driving it, which is kind of neat. It's because you're up so high. You got a lot more vision. Once I'm done blowing the whistle, I won't use the remote anymore. I think that was the last crossing. They all straight. I'm not doing this whole stream and then not doing the run. Come from that. There. Stop screaming until we run this train. Okay, good. We've come to an agreement, I suppose. Well, this is an interesting way to drive a train. Stick your head out with a flashlight. I like it. I will say that there's no bugging out going on with the window reflections or anything like that. Like with the Alco at nighttime, you like see how reflective the outside of this window is. It's like that on the inside. You can't really see. That's not a problem at all with this. There's no lag at all, which is very nice. The Alpha was laggy with procedural sky. As soon as I turned off procedural sky, the Alpha was fine. But with the procedural sky, it was very laggy. Yeah, I know, this is all uphill. I just didn't want to speed. You can see the sign's pretty good for there being no headlight. How much I'm having to throttle up, I don't think this might not be quite as powerful as the stock pt6. I don't know, it's hard to tell because this is a big hill coming up too. Look at that, 40 on that curve and no derailments, so yeah, that knuckle coupler mod is worth its weight in gold if you want to run passengers. Definitely never try to run passengers without it anymore. Seven cars total is what we got. I knew that. Just passenger cars, so. Likes fuel just like the D6. You're seeing how much I have to rip it up just to get it going. It's kind of light in this tunnel. I think full train is in 70 or 60 by now. Curve still coming up. 45. It's okay. We came down around this curve once at like freaking 50 or 60 last time I streamed this, and we survived. That wasn't pasture cars, though. Fits in here, I think. Yeah, look at that clearance. Well, not barely, but it's tight. Now we can finally see if we can get some speed. 70. This whole train is passing switches. We open her up and see how fast we can go. Full throttle? That is full throttle. I guess it's still slightly uphill, but still. I don't think this is as powerful as fast as the D6. I think the D6 would be going faster, but I could be wrong. Like I said, I don't run the D6 much, especially not with passenger cars. Okay, we're doing 70 now. Is the sun coming up? No. No, it's only 12:30. Wait, how's it 12:30? Oh no, that's the timer. So yeah, I think the sun's coming up. Hey, this is the speed limit sign, doesn't I? Pretty soon it's gonna go up to like 10. Yeah, sunrise. The glow of the sunrise on the train, that's pretty cool. This locomotive is even higher than the passenger cars, which are kind of high. Okay, open her up. Lost some lag. Logic car not set, but ID accessed, returning empty string. Front coupler. I don't know what that's all about. Oh, there we go. 80. Oh no, 70. Thought I could speed for longer than that. Surprised he went with the gauge cluster from the DE2 instead of the DE6. Well, yeah, we can get some speed out of this, but I still think maybe it's not quite as powerful as the DE6. I'm not sure. I have to make the same run with with an actual D6 to really make the call. It's 50. It's still faster. Used to the speedometer on the D6. There's the farm down there. You can already see it. We have to make a left and go around a Y. Well, not back around a Y, but you'll see. Just make a left and turn down there. So we still have 34 minutes or so to get to Machine Factory. Okay, so that's what I set the timer for. Oh, I see. That's the DE6 speedometer, and that's the DE2. See, 60's in the middle for. Yeah. Is that left? Yes. Okay, we're good. Need to get down to 50 though, I think. A little fast. It's okay. Ah. That was bad. It's okay. Oh, there's the cube. All hail. There's a custom boxcar. There's the Pennsylvania Railroad custom boxcar. So much modding has been going on lately. It's so cool. For some reason I thought I was back in the whole string, and no. I'm gonna have to back up a little bit. I always time that wrong. Yeah, brakes have to release. Come on. trying to rush a bit. That's when mistakes are made, you see. Switching fast as I could go, anyway. Okay. I got that in with 5 minutes to spare. So that's not the speedy bonus I'm worried about. Okay, where's the next one going to? Yeah, that's what I thought, Harbor. Don't want it. It's always what happens when you take these commuter trains to farm. It always just goes right back to Harbor. It's annoying. I was hoping it would go to City Southwest or especially Machine Factory. Alright, there's no handbrakes on the passenger cars anymore, so we're good to go. Kind of looks good together. Not bad. Wait, I didn't leave anything open, right? Off we go. How much time do we have? We got 25 minutes to get up to Machine Factory. Oh boy. Go, go, go. Well, at least the sun's out now. I want to go by this speedometer. As I look at that one, it's only doing 50, but I feel like I'm doing 70. So that's where it is on that one. Oh, let's still switch for that. That would have been okay, but still rather go with the main one. Oh, there's Great Northern. Gotta make up time now for that stop and farm. Good. The cube. 20 minutes. That's the curve. Sure, I'm not spinning the wheels, but like I said before, I've never spun the wheels on this thing. Or the DE6 for that matter. It's almost impossible to spin the wheels on the DE6. You gotta really try, really be overweight. Is that max power? Yep. Sometimes you go all the way up to max throttle on the DE6, then I have spun the wheels before. Like if you're on a hill. Going up to the military base, I guess. Couldn't go any faster than 70, 80. We're getting there. Well, we made it up to about 90, I think. Not too bad. I was wondering if with an actual D6 if I would have gotten a little bit better than that. Steep hill too. Checking for wheel slip. They're not slipping. I'm gonna push into machine factory here. Hill is slowing me down for me, so I don't have to touch the brakes at all. Shunters and a D6. We're here. Everybody out. I overshot it a little bit, but it's okay. Broadway Limited, baby. What time do we have? We still have 15 minutes just to park it. Alright, we're good. That was a good run. E4. I think that's really the only track that you can park on, yeah. Jabba-da. Quarter to 7. Hey, just in time. It's probably about dinner time. Hey. That was a good run. Oh yeah, they gave me 53 and we did it in 42, so 11 minutes to spare. Very nice. 22,000. Money, money, money. Let's see where it's gonna go next. Broadway Limited to Food Factory. Where do these other 3 cars want to go? Iron Mine West. Oh, that's just up the road. Okay. Cool. So that was the V200. I think that's what this engine is called. Let me check. It's German. Let's get it out in the sun a little bit more. It almost looks like something the Pennsylvania Railroad would try to use, like an experimental thing. The color kind of matches their cars. Shut it down. Kind of neat. Still, you know, work in progress. Needs more interior work and needs headlights. But kind of cool. You can tell it's German because it almost looks like a VW bus a little bit. But with that, I think I'm going to end the stream because it is 6:45, so it's just about dinner time. What time is it in game? A little afternoon. I think that's about all I was gonna do. Oh yeah, I just wanted to make sure I had the name of the locomotive right. Yeah, V200. I thought so. Okay. Well, that's the stream, if anybody's there. And I think that'll be it for now. Let me just check and see if anybody else is streaming that I actually somewhat know at least. That I would read. No, not really. Okay. Well, I think that's gonna be it. Thanks for coming, everybody. Let me go to the outro screen. No. Alright, thanks to everybody coming. Thanks for showing up and watching and stuff, and hope you guys liked all the little mod tinkering and stuff going on with Derail Valley. It's kind of exciting actually with how much there's all these explosions of mods happening lately. It's a little funny because, well, I guess it got pushed back a couple months now, but the big simulator update is coming up, and that's probably gonna break every mod there is. But it probably won't be too hard to fix it. It'll be better in the future, though, because I think they're adding quote-unquote mod support. And so for new mods or fixing the ones that are going to get broken by the update, I think it's probably going to be a lot better off in the long run. And if anybody happens to be watching and doesn't own Derail Valley yet and think this game looks interesting, do pick it up and grab it, buy it, because when the new update comes out in a couple months, the price will go up, they said. It's still a hell of a lot better than Train Sim, where everything's a DLC. You know, you can spend, I don't know, hundreds on Train Sim if you want to get all of the stuff that you want. And if you already own the game before the price goes up, then doesn't matter. There might eventually be some kind of DLC for it. Maybe when they come up with another map or something. That's probably years in the future, and it would be well worth whatever they charge for it. I tell you, this game is pretty great. Alright, with that, I'll see you guys around. Later.